welcome into week 6 of the AABA Spring League here at Academy USA in Glendale, California. Today we're getting the action kicked off with some high school basketball. LA Select versus BGU. I'm Xander Arzamani, joined by Richard Almoyan in the broadcast booth. And this is the last week of the regular season, Rich. A lot on the line today.
Hey, good to be here. Such a fantastic environment for the high school basketball players to be able to showcase their game. But obviously, as you see on your screen, the schedule says it all.
And Rich, a completely different LA Select team from last week. A lot of turnover, or no turnover, besides the man with the ball right now, Michael Sahagian.
Yeah, I mean, LA Select has definitely changed up their roster due to high school tournaments around the area as well.
Sahagian misses the first layup. BGU with their first chance. In the corner, three-pointer short. Offensive rebound. BGU goes back up. Battle for it, and Dimitri Galajian ends up with the rebound.
That was Gaspar right there, one of the players that was able to hit the stat line last week to his benefit.
Sahagian backdoor. The pass intercepted by BGU on the break. Steps through, Aaron pass. Keeps it in bounds, floater.
Great hustle there.
Great effort early on by BGU, and Galajian ends up with another rebound, turns it right over. And finally, we got the first basket of the game.
Silly mistake. The point guard's got to make sure to grab that or at least get to the ball as close as he can.
Sahagian bringing it up the court. BGU applying pressure the whole way up.
Brandon Tillis is encouraging his players to play much better defense than the last game.
Avanian on the drive, corner. And that one way off. Pulled down, Julian Pino bringing the ball up.
Great recovery by LA Select on that fast break.
And you could hear Coach Brandon Tillis yelling 5 out, wants his guys to spread it out, give some driving lanes for everyone.
Xander, what are you looking forward to? I know you know a lot of these basketball players. I know a lot of the BGU players, but tell me what you're looking for.
I'm just excited to see a lot of these guys, a lot of them freshmen, everyone on the court besides Michael Sahagian, a freshman or in 8th grade. So getting the chance to play against older guys, raise the level of competition, and just go out and compete. BGU drive, foul called. It'll be number 20, Lucas Gaspar, headed to the free throw line.
Great upper body strength there, being able to stay and hang in time and getting a free throw out of it too.
Gaspar last week, 15 points, 5 of 11 shooting, 3 of 5 from the field. Off on his first free throw. In and out, rebound Galajian, that's his third already.
He's a big guard.
Big guard playing against big guard you. I mean, Demo has trained with the founder of BGU, Olin Simplis, a lot in his young career. Sahagian off, Gaspar on the break. Gets to the open man, he drops it.
I got to catch it before you make a move.
Playing cross-court pass to Pino. Inside, Galajian taps it free. And Huang intercepts the pass. Other way, BGU. Inside, layup good. Finished by Santino Leon.
It seems like BGU's in a full court press. I think it's it's in a man full court. So let's see how LA Select will adjust from this.
Full court press, making Select work for everything. Sahagian loses the defender. And Galajian off. Bedrosian tries pulling it down.
That was a nice move, though.
Now Huang brings. Select in a 2-3 zone. Avanian rebound and draws a foul.
I can't have a foul that far away from your own basket. Got to realize where you are.
And Rich, 2 big losses for this LA Select team. Dylan Shkoyan and Mateo Masrobian both hurt. 2 guys that make big impacts on the court.
A lot of new size being added to BGU, clearly in contrast to their game against Alpha 1. Seems like they've made a major adjustment
and
on
for
the
BGU,
glasses.
a whole new lineup besides Huang staying in. Nico Nazarian with the ball. Drive Sahagian, still can't get one to go. Bedrosian rebound.
Oh, got to make it one more pass.
Extra pass does not lead to a basket. Doug Langford brings it up. To the free throw line, BGU gets called for the travel.
That was a good call. Got to put the ball down before you make a move with your feet. A lot of NBA watching can often lead to that.
Jackson Bradley a little too antsy there. And now in for LA Select number 17, Andrew Gazarian.
Want to take a moment to highlight LA Select's coach, Mateo.
Mateo wearing many hats today. Injured players stepping in for Coach V, taking over. And so far, he's keeping his team within striking distance.
Great pass.
Backdoor cut. Sahagian finally gets one to go.
That was a great pass. He brought his guy all the way to the wing and was really able to create that space for that lane to be created.
Ball tapped free and a foul called in the backcourt as Select was on the break.
BGU got lucky there.
And Rich, this press has been applying pressure to LA Select, but it hasn't rattled them yet. You haven't seen too many turnovers in the backcourt besides the one on the Galajian rebound.
Yeah, there was a moment where LA Select kind of showed up flat foot, but I think they're a pretty good team when it comes to adjusting. I mean, they practice in this facility as well. Oh, my God, another great pass.
Sahagian doing a great job getting his man on the backdoor cut. Just hasn't been able to finish 2 or 3 times now.
That backdoor cut is crucial to be in every team's bag. I mean, being able to move off the ball is a very, very needed art, or excuse me, a very needed skill in this, I guess I should say, in this art of basketball.
Definitely an art form, especially with some of the way this league has players. Corner, Huang, long. Rebound pulled down. Nice post move there by Doug Langford.
Yeah, that's just a much bigger basketball player against the shorter one. Not much you can do there down low. You got to make sure you don't allow him to get there in the first place if you're on the defensive end, of course.
That is definitely the biggest thing for this Select team. Can't give second chance points up. Sahagian loses it, gets it back. He has a man in the corner. 3-pointer for Select. Off the side of the backboard. Andreassian off. And now on the break, EJ Vernon. Easy finish.
BGU's looking to kind of set themselves apart with the score here.
Both these teams 0-1 coming into this game with losses to all for one. And now right before the postseason for the high school division, looking to get something going. Alvanian gets it to Andreassian. He gets it right back, shoots one up long. Rebound Langford gets it up to Vernon, and Sahagian taps it out of bounds.
Great awareness there, as we're going to get substitutions.
Jackson Bradley back into the game, as well as Gaspar. Boston with it. Gaspar comes in, shoots one up.
Smart choice for Coach Mateo to put them in a zone against this much larger team. Wow.
EJ Langford just throwing it, or Doug Langford just throwing it down and shaking the rim. Timeout called by Select. 10-2 lead for BGU. We'll be right back.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what you need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Back here at Academy USA. Sahagian bringing it up the court. A little miscommunication on the inbound. Didn't seem like they were ready, and Sahagian passes it off. Bedrosian, double team comes his way. Alvanian gets it to Anthony Babikian. First shot, short. Rebound Langford. The corner, Boston almost loses it. And right back to Doug Langford. Easy look, knocks it down.
I can't tell what defense LA Select was in on that play. It seems like the players weren't getting to their spots accordingly. I'm not sure, but they're going to have to fix it up in order for this lead to not double within minutes.
BGU cracks it open to a double-digit lead. Avanian spinning. Bedrosian can't keep control, and Babikian in the corner again. Hits it.
That was very much needed for LA Select, but you got to make sure you don't get too happy here.
Boston the other way. Soft touch gets the roll.
Showing up to their on the defensive end is as important as being able to knock down your shots.
Bedrosian showing off some speed to the corner. Zarian gets it back to Sahagian. Pulls up, passes out of the shot, and Bedrosian draws a foul.
Yeah, lots of body contact more so than the hand action there.
And for BGU, they just spread out their arms, get in a stance, and they're covering almost half the court. No space for LA Select to breathe.
Well, BGU's, they had to adjust from that game against All for One. I mean, it was too lopsided. They have to show up to this game with a sense of urgency, and they've done so very well. I mean, they're very disciplined with what their coaching background is, and I wholeheartedly believe that so far it's been working. LA Select now, on the other hand, is going to have to figure out some kind of kryptonite against this team.
Seems like they're playing a bit timid to start off the game, not as aggressive as they should be. Up the court, pass out of bounds, thrown by Jackson Bradley, back to LA Select. And the full court pressure continues.
Well, Select needs to figure out how they're going to play against this press, but, I mean, of course, Coach Ivazi is going to figure that out for them.
Sahagian, nice move, too strong on the layup. Bradley gets it up the court. Caden Kane to the corner, Boston driving. Great ball movement right now by BGU. Shot goes in and out, but there's Kane to clean it up.
There's a great box out by one of the players, but then everyone's got to box out. That's why we say it on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Everyone's got to box out.
BGU has had all 5 players to the glass every single time. Babikian, second three-pointer.
He's got some rhythm at least. You got to get the ball to the hot hand.
BGU now with the chance for the last shot of the quarter. Avanian steals it, and on the break, 6 seconds to go. Avanian wide open, finishes the layup. 6-point game now. And Select finding some life to end that first quarter. Bench hyped up. Coach/injured player Mateo Masrobian getting up out of his seat. 6-point game headed into the second quarter.
Professional orientation կարևոր է, որտեղ հետո I am Manush from Shenik village. Being from the older generation of Quav kids, I participated in various programs: healthy lifestyle, English access, professional orientation, and startup incubation. I study international relations at Yerevan State University, and last semester, as an Erasmus Plus student, I studied political science at the University of Messina in Italy. Many soft skills I gained and volunteering experience I had with QA programs helped me to reach even Italy, study abroad, and come back again to my village. QA motivated me to be the change I want to see in my community. I want to emphasize the importance of English access and professional orientation programs in my life, which helped me to improve my English skills.
BGU will start off with the ball here in the second quarter. Select scoring 5 unanswered points to end this first frame. To the corner now, driving. Short, Pino can't finish. Second attempt, no good. And Vernon driving in and finishing.
Gotta put a body up. Doesn't matter how big they are. Once the shot is up, you gotta find a body. Box them out immediately.
And we've seen for Select the size not as big of an issue. Only on the glass. Corner, Avanian. Sahagian flies in and boards it.
Great crash.
Shot clock at 10. Sahagian inside, basket and a foul.
That was tough.
And you know what I've loved by Select the most is just the energy off the bench. Their teammates cheering each other on, and that's how you get yourself going in a game like this where it starts slow, you can't really score. You got to find ways to motivate yourself.
Definitely a community. They come in, what's the word? A bunch of soldiers all at the same time cheering each other on, so I love it.
Or Huang shoots one up, no good. Rebound Gaspar. Vernon loses. And finished by Gaspar.
That's going to have to be eliminated. I mean, they're in a zone defense. These buddies got to be shooting threes, right?
Sahagin back with it. Driving inside. Foul called on Pino.
I think that was great defense by BGU. Closing the gaps, not allowing any kind of perseverance through the lane.
Sahagin back to the free throw line. Missed his previous attempt on that and one. Sahagin now 5 points in the game. Slow start from the field, 2 of 7, but finally getting himself going. Six-point BGU lead just over a minute into this second quarter. Gaspar steps back, leaves it short. Vernon tried stealing it, ends up going out of bounds.
Not many forced errors on BGU's end. LA Select is not necessarily forcing any kind of defensive activity that's really bogging down BGU. They're going to have to figure that out. On BGU's end, they're doing a great job of passing the ball around.
And Sahagin continuing to show what he's got.
Great move. That was tough.
Langford driving, fouled on the way up.
You know what's the funny part? I thought that was a foul every single way of until the very end. Once the block shot came around, that's when we heard the whistle. But no, nonetheless, definitely a lot of contact there.
Langford already 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field.
Zando, how crucial is it for high school teams coming off a season, especially with the post-pandemic system of how basketball is being operated? How has spring season kind of, evolved for them?
I mean, I think even before the pandemic, the AAU culture was really evolving as Gazarian goes up, loses it, and no good. But the biggest thing is just staying in shape year-round. Look, summer league basketball, you played it your whole life in your high school career. It's long. It's a long couple months that you got to play. And it's tough going from playing a full season to 1, maybe 2 months off and getting you right back into it. So just staying in shape throughout that time is really crucial.
We forget that a lot of the high school teams have evolved into a much more vigorous workout. Beautiful pass there. Into a much more
too strong.
Into a much more vigorous programs where they're having equal amount of time on working on themselves as a lot of, D3 schools do on a college level.
Now Vernon with 8 points in the game. Perfect from the field, too, 4 of 4.
Beautiful.
Sahagin can't keep control on the break. Pino goes up, left hand, no good. And or Vernon comes flying in to finish it off.
Dare I say I am somewhat impressed by LA Select being able to be only down by, 11 now? They were down by 6, 8, 9, but without their head coach. Very impressive.
Hello everyone, I am Nare from Armavir's Lernogok village. I've participated in almost all of Co-op's programs. Now I work as a communications manager and I continue judging debates for different organizations. Co-op has taught me how to be open-minded, how to look at things from different perspectives, and how to grow as a person and as a professional. Co-op has made me a dreamer. I catch myself dreaming about my future and my country's future very often, and I've learned that from Co-op. I am forever grateful for the inspiration and support that I've received from Co-op, and I will cherish that forever.
.11 BGU lead here. 5:11 left to go in the first half. Select showing some signs of life, but just keep digging themselves in holes, giving up offensive rebounds. Sahagin going deep. Galajian pass ends up in Sahagin's hands, and he drives. Goes up and finishes again.
Zando, I may be a stickler. Was the timeout called on a made basket?
Yes.
It was. Okay, yeah. So that was great awareness by Galajian. And great defense now by Select, and they're getting loud on the bench. It's a different atmosphere.
Loud on the bench, and finally playing a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end.
Coach Mateo doing a good job of making sure his guys are amped up. Great passing through.
Tapped out of bounds, baseline out of bounds for LA Select.
Great defense by BGU.
Sahagin so far 10 points in the ball game. Trying to find the man. Gets it into Galajian. 2 defenders coming his way. Zarian brings. Bedrosian looking for some space. 3 on the shot clock. Sahagin's got to get something up. And just too much dribbling there. Wasn't aware of the time on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's what a bench is for. You know, if the bench is going to get loud, they got to get loud for the shot clock awareness as well.
Into Boston, loses it. Kazarian winds up on the floor.
Great hustle by both teams.
Galajian just throws it backwards. Ball out of bounds. Almost hitting a few of us here on the production table.
Great action.
And Rich, those are amazing possessions. I love seeing that. Guys getting on the floor, diving, throwing the ball, trying to find someone on your team.
It looked like 2004 out there for just a few seconds. It was
I'm pretty sure a lot of these kids weren't even born in 2004.
That might be a fact.
Into Nazarian, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Select can't afford another violation.
I don't think they realize the shot clock right now. They really don't.
Gets it up. Galajian winds up with a rebound, fouled on the way up.
Smart move by Galajian going straight up. Usually I say always bring it down with you, then go up. But smart play on Galajian's end, realizing the contact.
Now, Rich, on that possession, do you think Select was aware of the shot clock, or was more of it was just fortunate enough that they got it off on time?
Look, I am a staff member for LA Select, but I have to say I don't think he had a clue there.
And hey, what do you know? LA Select's coach finally shows up, and Mateo did a good job there. Take a little break.
I texted him a little before. Actually, no, he did his due diligence and called me. He said, hey, I apologize. I put in the wrong address. So he was coming from Seal Beach. He's a committed coach, clearly, for all of LA Select's programs.
Select always has maybe 35 teams playing in 18 different gyms every weekend at all these AAU tournaments. So it's great to see him making his way up here to Academy USA and finding some time. Timeout called by BGU. 7-point lead they hold. We'll be right back.
One test. Ես Աթին եմ, ես 5 տարեկան եմ, շատ եմ սիրում ես կենտրոնը գա, 2 հատ ապել, Վազգեն, Ալեքս, մի հատ է Սոնա։
Կենտրոնը իրականացնում է հոգեբանական, սոցիալական, առողջարարական եւ կրթական ծրագրեր, որի շահառուները կարող են լինել եւ երեխաները եւ ծնողները։ Այստեղ նաեւ ծնողավարական աշխատանքներ են տանում, որովհետեւ միակողմանի աշխատանքը միայն երեխային ուղղված անարդյունավետ կլինի։
Ուզում եմ մեծանամ, որ բժիշկ դառնամ։
Halfway through the second quarter, BGU sporting a 7-point lead with the ball. Into Kane, up top, Gaspar.
Great passing for BGU.
That's been one of the best things so far by BGU. The ball movement has been excellent. Bradley can't hold on to it, and he gets whistled for a foul.
There's a lot of contact on both sides there. Call could have gone any way.
A lot of physicality, and you love to see it, Rich. Refs letting them play as much as they can, but eventually they got to blow that whistle.
Has it already been 7 fouls?
I'm not going to doubt our scorers here. We got some of the best in the business.
No, I was having a Van Gundy moment there, where I'm like,
Call in to Khazarian. Langford comes in doubles. Bedrosian, tough shot, gets the roll.
wow.
This is the closest the game has been since the first few minutes. A 5-point lead now for BGU and Bedrosian.
The crowd doesn't like that one.
Little too much contact on the block shot, so it'll be 2 free throws.
Great hustle on both ends so far. Great defensive efforts. I mean, every single foul that we've seen, it's been after it's like a hustle play or it's a loose ball of some sort. So,
and for the select team for being so much younger and lacking in size, or at least or a little bit of size at least, they've been playing great. They've been playing physical as well, and they've just been so aggressive, which we love to see.
if this is what a 15U team looks like, I am very optimistic about the future.
Galagian with the backdoor cut now. Reverse finish. It looks like Rankford grabbed the rim. Doesn't matter. Bedrosian ends up finishing the score.
Was that a offensive interference?
It might have been. I mean, you can't grab the rim as the ball is going up. Inside, Vernon spinning. Bedrosian doing his best, but another foul called. Let's see who that one's on. And that one on Bedrosian. Back-to-back possessions where he gets called for one.
Bedrosian has a lot on his plate right now, clearly, working with every single player that shows up into the paint at least taller than him.
Taller and probably stronger if you look at some of these guys. The muscle mass on them, not the same as Bedrosian. Vernon splits the pair, and Langford. Avanian boards, he brings. Langford tries poking it free, and he does, and on the break, ball off his foot, out of bounds, back to select.
Great hustle play, both ends.
And select right within striking distance, 2-possession game. Sahagian running deep. Galagian wanted him.
Oh, gotta get that pass there. Ooh,
And
that's a
Langford
bounce.
gets his hand in the lane and steals it.
That's gotta be a bounce pass.
Vernon. First miss from the field. Vernon coming out to guard Avanian.
Great off-ball movement.
And Galagian jacks up a 3. Rebound Gaspar. Langford running on the other end. Goes up and almost dunks it.
Not much he could have done there on the defensive end. They just got to make sure this lead doesn't go too far beyond.
And Sahagian running right down the middle of the paint with 3 BGU defenders. Scores, gets a foul. He's got a chance to score 3 points.
This kid Sahagian from LA Select is special. He's nice. That was tough, man. Going down the lane, you have at least 3 to 4. What is it? 3 players all around him, surrounding him,
And
Still
all of them
got it up.
bigger, too.
All of them. Yeah, that was very well done. He's very disciplined. You can tell too.
Sahagian knocks down the free throw. 13 points for him in the first half. Wang with it, calling for Vernon to come get the handoff. Weave action. An offensive foul call on the illegal screen by Langford.
He understood. He knew it. That's a tough call. I mean, you know, if you're going to be a guy that's going to be in the paint quite frequently, you got to make sure you're set, straight up, no outlying figures outside.
Select chance to make it a 1-score game.
Another
An
one
illegal
there,
screen
yeah.
called on the other end. That one on Andriasian.
That's a good call, yeah, both ways.
You know, you hear it so much by a coach. It was the same call on the other end, and that time, same call on both sides.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that was a scary pass. Great movement.
Wang, nice bounce pass, and Langford jumps up and jams.
That was nice. Very well executed. Everyone knew their role on that play.
Langford might have jumped from the block on that one and just throws it down.
BGU's head coach, Brandon Tillis, is getting active.
Nazarian almost loses it to the corner. Nazarian knocks it in.
They needed that desperately.
Now a 3-point BGU lead. EJ Vernon reverse layup, no good. And ball will stay with BGU. 47 seconds left in the first half, 14 on the shot clock. Huang to inbound. Into Vernon. Vernon, 10 on the shot clock, spins. And turnover, Armenian ends up with it. Driving foul called in the backcourt. And that one will be 1-1. Armenian headed to the free throw line. Rich, there's just no quit in this LA Select team.
No, they're tough. They're tough, man. A bunch of Pacific League players with a couple of Liberty Leagues sprinkled in, but this group has proven to us that they're tough. They can make a comeback. They just got to stay consistent on the defensive end, putting their hands up and boxing out too, because right now I'm not seeing that. But, hey, that's the whole purpose why we're filming them, so they can get film after the game and really dissect what needs to be done on the next level.
And, Rich, you talk about Pacific League. Only one of the guys for this LA Select team played varsity basketball. The rest playing at the JV and the soft rush level.
That's key information, key context, yeah.
Langford, jump hook, rolls in. 20 seconds left in the first half. 4-point lead for BGU. Nazarian clipped, and he'll go to the free throw line now.
So you're saying a lot of these players played soft rush at JV. I mean, if that's what we're talking about, I know a bunch of varsity teams that would lose to this team.
Look, I'll tell you what. Number 1, Nico Nazarian played at Burbank soft rush. Number 7, Michael Avanian, CV JV. Michael Sahagin, CV varsity. You see that guy right there in the paint? Timo Glajian?
Yeah.
That's an 8th grader.
That is an 8th grader, yeah. He's a big boy. BGU has a lot of Oakwood players. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
A lot of Oakwood players. Coach Olin Simplis doing some coaching there. So, bringing some of those guys into BGU. Good to have some familiarity with your team. Bedrosian checking back in, another JV player. Into Huang, BGU with the chance for the last shot of the half. Handoff Vernon. This weave action has been working really well for BGU to end this first half. Huang, blocked by Galajian.
Great defense. I noticed Dylan Shagoyan on the bench. Is he
injured?
He's injured. That's what it is. Okay. I was gonna say, if I see him, why is he not on the court?
That's another great 8th grader. Langford gets it and finishes and beats the first half buzzer. BGU extending their lead to 5 right before the break. We'll be right back.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Seventeen. Mixed honors does not. I'm missing it. Hi.
My name is Razmik, I'm 17 years old and I'm from Armenian village. I'm a graduate of Coop's Theater Club. I'm a student at the French College in Armenia and my biggest achievement is the growth I had in the last couple of years, both mentally and physically. Coop inspired me to make my dreams come true. I used to be shy, I wasn't active in social life, but the theater club gave me confidence and strong communication skills. Co-op education programs are very important because they help so many people from so many different places to discover themselves.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Professional orientation-ը կարևոր է, որտեղ հետո I am Manush from Shenik village. Being from the older generation of co-op kids, I participated in various programs: healthy lifestyle, English access, professional orientation, and startup incubation. I study international relations at Yerevan State University, and last semester, as an Erasmus Plus student, I studied political science at the University of Messina in Italy. Many soft skills I gained and volunteering experience I had with co-op programs helped me to reach even Italy, study abroad, and come back again to my village. Co-op motivated me to be the change I want to see in my community. I want to emphasize the importance of English access and professional orientation programs in my life, which helped me to improve my English skills and make a decision to become a diplomat.
One half down here at Academy USA. BGU up by 5, up by as many as 11 at one point in that first half, but LA Select not backing down, not being shy. Rich, they finally got some three-point shooting to go, and look, the main part of this, or LA Select team being in it, is Michael Sahagian.
Yeah, he's been the catalyst to their offensive progress so far. I mean, in terms of BGU, it's been a collective effort. I can't pinpoint one person only, but on LA Select's end, they've had only one area where they've been really going all in, but that's not to say the rest of the team hasn't showed up when they've needed them, coming back against this BGU team that's much bigger and much faster.
Austin with it. Up top, Wang. 8 on the shot clock. Caden Kane driving. 5 now on the shot clock. Bradley. Too strong. Rebound, Sahagian. Sahagian, the leading scorer for LA Select in the first half with 13 points, 50% from the field. On the other end for BGU, it was Doug Langford leaving his impact everywhere with 16 points as Avanian shoots up a 3 and gets it wedged in between the basket. And there's Bradley jumping up and poking it free. And now LA Select pulling a page out of BGU's book, deploying a press. Kane, 3-on-1 break, takes it himself.
Maybe this press will allow LA Select to kind of shake things up.
Bedrosian and Kalajian teammates fighting for the rebound. Didn't matter, Bedrosian ends up finishing. And up, Santino Leon and 1.
Coach Vehan's already losing his voice, communicating from one side to the other. He's lucky that there's no other activities going on around this gym or else it gets really loud and you can't really hear each other.
Yeah, I say, does he ever have his voice with how much he coaches? It's tough to hit that recovery time.
You know, on the very first day of my coaching, of coaching in 2023, I asked him, I said, hey, do you have any advice for, longevity as a coach? And I was thinking of physically, right? He goes like, make sure to bring tea to every game and make sure to bring tea to every practice. And I said, okay, why? And I learned 3 practices in. So
Tea and cough drops. Cough drops a big one too.
Oh, look at you. I should ask you too. What was that?
Bad inbounds pass, and Langford with the easiest basket he's had all game.
Select's going to have to be a lot more careful with the ball.
And they might have to start sending someone to help Sahagi and bring up the court. He's getting picked up the whole way up the floor. Avanian drive. Ends up in Bedrosian's hands. Acrobatic move. Vernon boards it. And Avanian fouls him in the backcourt.
Lots of contact there. Easy call for the referee. Miles away from the basket.
Nazarian checks in for Andreasian.
Great communication by BGU on the offensive end already. The floor generals making sure their big guys know where they're going.
Into Langford.
Got to step into that if you're LA Select. Make sure that steal is taken care of.
Wang, foul driving.
A lot of last-second fouls are going to add up clearly into the in the third quarter.
Wang yet to score so far, but 4 assists, getting his teammates involved. Looks like an offensive foul called. Might have hooked him driving.
Was it the hook or was it the screen? I think he was sealing his man illegally. I think that was the call.
Looked like he called it on 3.
For those that have the luxury on YouTube, just rewind. You'll find out.
Zarian brings it into the front court. Langford coming out on Sahagian. That one I think Vanyan might have grabbed Gaspar there, and Gaspar just on the unfortunate end of it gets called for the foul.
Sando, what do you think? LA Select in terms of their cutting ability. How do you teach that? I mean, they're really good at cutting, making sure that backdoor pass is around. I mean,
it's really just a feel thing. You got to just be able to read the defender. I mean, sometimes you're told to curl off the screen, but if the guy's playing you too hard, you might have to backdoor, you might have to have the guy slip the screen. And there's Galajian's first three of the game.
Great three by Galajian, finding the space, recognizing he was open even before he took the shot.
And now Select the press, causing a travel turnover back to them.
This is what I was saying. Could LA Select's press be a catalyst to their forward progress? I mean, it's something that they can be crafty about.
Sahagian finds Avanian and the lead down to 3.
Complete different LA Select look. It's a complete different LA Select look when you're watching them in their press. How will BGU break it? I mean, just by patience, really.
And every time they get into the half court, that man, Doug Langford, getting good looks. Avanian swatted by Langford.
Too predictable. Got to make sure your body's covering where the basketball is when you're going up.
Ball out of bounds, back to Select.
Great sportsmanship.
And you know what? It feels like for BGU, they're just letting Select hang around. They have a chance to extend the lead, grow it, really capitalize. And they're just letting them, not hitting them with a knockout punch.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This game is a very long game. We're only in the third quarter, right? So both these teams have opportunities for different runs to be made, different kind of sets to try out as a foul before stepping out of bounds. Takes over.
Vanian triggers the inbound into Kazarian. And a backdoor cut by Galajian. Rich, right after you talk about it, the cutting by LA Select paying dividends.
The passing by BGU is going to have to return, but now it's on runs.
LA Select down 3, corner Vernon.
BGU has not taken many threes today, so they might be a little rusty from the beyond the arc.
And a bad pass by Avanian with a chance to hit a cutting Bedrosian. Corner, Pino off.
Gotta look up.
Avanian loses it, Caden Kane with it, and Langford on the break, gonna throw it down. Timeout called by LA Select. BGU back up 5. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Wow.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
LA Select down 5, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we're just coming off a monstrous jam by Doug Langford.
That dunk was vicious, to say the least.
And you could tell he was just winding up and ready to throw it down right when he got the steal on the break. Ball into Kazarian. Trying to get around Huang. And Huang, I love this guy's game. Doesn't need to score to impact the game. Playing hard on defense, getting his teammates involved. Galajian tries getting around Langford. Said Kazarian drives. 5 on the shot clock. Andreasian off.
What a find, though, if you're a point guard.
Ball movement by both sides has been amazing. Langford off.
Gotta put much more effort when you're trying to stop the ball, especially on a lane like that.
Sahagian pulls up from the free throw line and it rattles in.
Sahagian is really showing who's the leading scorer for today for Select.
Pass to Langford, corner. Hino loses, and Galajian out of bounds, stays with Select.
What a good game it's been so far.
And there's just been a couple times Select's had a possession down 3, and they just can't get it. They can't find a way to score on those possessions and just be right there to take the lead. Galajian off the flare screen. And hits the deck out of bounds, back to BGU.
I thought that touched the upper side of that. I don't even know what to call it. But above the clock. I thought the ball hit above the clock. Sorry, I can't talk today.
It's okay, Rich, you're not reffing. The refs had the better view, so.
And better vision. I don't know why I'm talking. I don't even have my glasses.
Austin passed right into Galajian's hands.
Bring it up yourself. There you go. Just got to make sure you don't get trapped.
And this is a good time for someone to attack the paint with Bradley all the way out on Demo.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that. Got to be more aware if you're BGU.
Corner Galajian. Oh! And one! Galajian evens it up at 47 and a chance to take the lead.
What an and one. Oh my God, Galajian. He's been flaring out exactly in that position consecutively, and this time he was so confident with that release. That was very well done.
And it might be a little bit of shell shock right now for BGU as LA Select chance to take the first lead of the game.
Way to complete the 4-point play, and they take the lead.
Huge basket there by Dimitri Galajian.
This is getting good, Zando.
Give him 13 points. BGU now looking to respond. Vernon. Jump hook rolls in. Coach Vejas wanted a 3-second call.
I'm surprised they haven't really doubled Sahagian yet.
Seems like BGU is giving them the look that if Sahagian beats us, they're going to live with it.
Great awareness by Galajian, taking his guy left, kind of changing the pace of what he was known for in the past few plays.
Nazarian gets it in the backcourt. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Looks like the ball deflects off Sahagian. Huang, great effort, gets his team an extra possession.
We actually had a very good angle for that.
That one went off Sahagian.
Don't call me crazy, but that was a good call.
That was a great call.
That was a good call. I'm very surprised the referee was able to catch that from that angle. Actually, not surprised, more so impressed.
Select back in the 2-3 zone. Vernon turnaround jumper. Gets rebounded by Bradley. Bradley backing a man down. Misses the layup. Goes back up. Second time is good.
The crowd is going wild thinking otherwise for that play, but I think, again, good calls.
And it looks like a momentary lapse by BGU on the press. Now the referee stopping play to warn the fans to settle down a little bit.
Man, that's the thing about high school. The parents are so passionate. I love it. I mean, you can't blame them. You want parents like that to be supportive.
They might get a couple looks from their kids saying, "Mom, Dad, you're embarrassing me," but hey, you know what? They're your parents. They're your parents. They're allowed to embarrass you. Sahagian dancing on Huang. Sahagian up, no good. Huang with the rebound. He's got Leon on the break, and Santino Leon fouled by Avanian.
Great effort by Select making a comeback there, but BGU just going up strong. They did their due diligence there, so great call by the referee. If you're Select, you can't let this lead kind of get out of hand. I know it's only 3 points, but with 44 seconds left, it's just enough time to kind of get some last run.
And you would think the turning point, that Galajian and 1-3, give them all the momentum, but great job by BGU staying composed, able to come back and retake the lead. Leon off on his first free throw. Splits the pair, 4-point BGU lead with 44 seconds left. Nazarian finds Sahagian.
Great defense so far by BGU.
Off the screen, Sahagian steps through and one!
Sahagian really showing us at combo guard what it's really about. Getting his way through traffic and extending that arm further away from the defender is something that you don't really get to teach or get to learn even until you're 17, 18, and this kid is just doing it miraculously.
Sahagian slices and dices through the lane. Chance to make it a 1-point game yet again. And he does just that.
That was tough. A lot of great highlights from Select today. I mean, BGU, of course, has been great passes, but great individual efforts from all rounds of LA Select.
Shot and game clock separated by about 3 seconds. Huang finds Vernon, Galajian guarding him. Vernon rises up, can't hit. Out of bounds, back to Select.
That could have gone either way as well.
12.8 left in the quarter.
Sahagian looking at the clock, making sure he knows what it is.
And you got to let him take a shot here. Sahagian inside. Sahagian finds Bedrosian and he can't finish it off. Great look by Select. Just couldn't capitalize to take the lead right before the final quarter of play.
What a pass.
LA Select showing they're not going down without a fight. We'll be right back after the break.
17. Mixonoris does not. I'm missing it. Hi, my name is Razmik. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Armenian village. I'm a graduate of Coop's Theater Club. I'm a student at the French College in Armenia and my biggest achievement is the growth I had in the last couple of years, both mentally and physically. Coop inspired me to make my dreams come true. I used to be shy, I wasn't active in social life, but the theater club gave me confidence and strong communication skills. Co-op education programs are very important because they help so many people from so many different places to discover themselves.
Select ball to start off this final quarter of play. Vanyan pass goes to Langford. Terrible way to start off the quarter for Select, and it leads to 2 points for BGU. Ball out of bounds, stays with Select. 7:50 to go in the quarter, or Ghazarian coming back in. Sahagian getting a much-deserved break. Bedrosian finds Avanian. And BGU making LA Select work to bring it up the court. Now 10 seconds on the clock. And Huang winds up with it. He's got Langford on the break as well as Gaspar. Gaspar, corner. Langford rises up for the rebound. Langford back up with it and finishes. Stolen by Langford, and he throws it down.
Wow, well done.
And Select just shooting themselves in the foot right now. They were down by 1 to start the quarter, and BGU ballooning it up to 7 almost instantly.
Brandon Tillis, head coach for this BGU team today. I think he lit some fire and spirit under BGU today, or at least after that third quarter. Didn't like the lead being broken for the first time.
Vanyan to the free throw line. 5 points in the game, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe so far today. Rattles one in. Sahagian coming back in. Nico Nazarian going out. Both good. Now back down to a 5-point game. Wang still yet to score, and Galachin
Great
rips it out of his
defense.
hands.
Wow, great effort from LA Select. Those type of plays are gonna be the things that keep them in this game.
Bedrosian spinning, and Vernon erases the shot. Langford acrobatic move and draws a foul.
That's a good call by the referee. Gotta let him land.
That one called on Bedrosian. Bedrosian now.
Seems like we're already in the bonus, huh? Those small little ticky-tack fouls, they end up catching up to you.
Langford off on the first. Bedrosian now with 3 personal fouls. For Bedrosian, it seems like a couple of those fouls have just been because the guy's bigger than him and he's just trying to battle for some position.
Wrong place, wrong time. But you got to position yourself to make sure to be in the right places.
Quick drive by Sahagian. One of the few things he's done wrong all game.
I don't even know if it was just wrong. I think he's just human. He just missed it.
Kane to inbound. Avanian almost steals it. Would have had a wide open lane.
BGU is going to have to realize they only got 3 seconds to advance.
It doesn't seem like Coach Tillis is aware, not yelling that out to his team, and they're going to take some time.
Oh, it went back to 21.
Leon inside. Leon. No good, and Langford there to clean it up yet again.
Second point opportunities. Here's that double team I was talking about on Sahagian.
Finally, Sahagian gets a double team. He splits it. Corner. Galajian steps back. Too strong. And on the break, EJ Vernon. Sahagian running back, and EJ Vernon brings the house down.
You got to rush him much earlier than giving him an opportunity to kind of gather his steps.
At the end, Sahagian did the little ole because he didn't want to end up on a highlight. Sahagian spinning on Kane. Almost lost his footing. Sorry, he had Galajian in the corner.
BGU passed it to him instead.
Galajian, erratic layup. Bedrosian gets it. 2 on the shot clock. And Vernon called for a foul. 1-1 now.
What a bailout by BGU in terms of LA Select was 2 seconds away from a shot clock violation. I don't even think LA Select realized that. And a foul to send them to the free throw line. Got to be much more aware. And those are the things that high school players are learning as they're going.
Bedrosian at the charity stripe. And look, the stats do not tell the full story of what he's been doing all game. The only true big man on this LA Select team. He's been battling up there with the trees. 6 points in the game, but his impact is much more than just scoring.
Yeah, you need players that impact the game much far beyond than just stats, as BGU's already getting another shot at a bucket.
Kane knocks it down. BGU back up by double figures. Avanian cutting. Avanian spinning. Avanian can't finish. Langford on the break. He had Pino. Vernon finds Gaspar. Gaspar off. Rebound Pino. And Vernon.
Got to go up strong with that.
Sahagian now gets a man on the floor and drops it in. It looks like a man down for BGU.
Not entirely sure what happened there.
Julian Pino in pain, slow to get up. Coach Tillis comes to check on him, and we're going to take a break.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. as we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
.48 here left at Academy USA. 8-point BGU lead, but the bigger story right now, Julian Pino going down with a knee injury. Just twisted the wrong way, Rich. Not what you want to see at the end of a great game like this.
Hope he's okay, man. Hope he's okay.
Bedrosian with the steal for Select. Avanian goes up. Can't finish. Sahagian winds up with it. Sahagian surveying.
What, Pat?
Inside Andriasian. Great find, and what a time for Andriasian to score his first basket of the game.
Always got to keep your head up. Always got to keep your head up. You'll never know when moments like that arise where you can just pass it through the lane and really change the momentum.
Select cutting it to 6, and we're going to head to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Professional orientation-ը կարևոր է, որովհետեւ I am Manush from Shenik Village. Being from the older generation of QAV kids, I participated in various programs: healthy lifestyle, English access, professional orientation, and startup incubation. I study international relations at Yerevan State University, and last semester, as an Erasmus Plus student, I studied political science at the University of Messina in Italy. Many soft skills I gained and volunteering experience I had with QAV programs helped me to reach even Italy, study abroad, and come back again to my village. QAV motivated me to be the change I want to see in my community. I want to emphasize the importance of English access and professional orientation programs in my life, which helped me to improve my English skills.
Home stretch of this high school game. A lot on the line here. 6-point BGU lead. Kane bringing it up the court to Jackson Bradley inside. Bradley.
That was a good block on the first. Can they continue?
And Bradley's done that a couple times now where he sticks with it after he misses the shot, goes up for his second attempt, and he'll head to the free throw line. Look, Rich, we're pretty much at do or die time. What does Select need to do to get over that hump and finally get right where they want to be?
Stick together and stay consistent. I noticed Hagian was kind of trying to take over the game a little bit, but with a team of this size, it's going to be very hard to go one-on-one against every single one of them because they're going to adapt and they're going to adjust, especially with a coaching background of BGU. It's too lethal. So I think they're just going to have to stay consistent. Excuse me.
And Sahagian hits the deck, and that's ideal for LA Select as they're in the bonus, and that's instant chance at points with very little time coming off the clock.
The second point was going to be to stay aggressive with the consistency because the more you take it to the rack, I mean, the odds are going to tell you just very simply that the more times you go to the basket, the more frequent you're going to get fouled. Something I realized through, of course, Zando's father who coached me. So it's, he taught me just take it to the rack, just take it to the rack. And
Sahagian off on the free throw. Bedrosian tries battling for it, and he gets a possession for his team.
Got to make those free throws, though, if you're LA Select.
Sahagian 4 of 6 from the line today. Vanian gets it on the inbound. Sahagian brings it up top, gets the offense set. Bedrosian screen. Sahagian's got the bigger man on him. Got to look for Bedrosian inside. He's got a mismatch. Sahagian finds Bedrosian. Jump shot is good.
Good mid-range. Good mid-range. Great intervention by the referees.
You can't get mad at the young fan there. He's just trying to have a little bit of fun.
It's a young simplest, by the way.
Langford. Bradley battling for post position. And a travel called on Bradley.
You can see the sense of release The sense of relief from LA Select there.
Select, chance to make it a one score or one possession game. Glodjian gets it in the corner. Can't get around the man, though.
Great stop by BGU there, not allowing any kind of offensive efforts gone wrong.
5 on the shot clock. They got to get something up. Avanian throws it. Khazarian doesn't get the shot off in time. And Rich, we've seen that 2 or 3 times now where Select's bench, they're getting loud at the wrong times, not counting down the shot clock for their team.
That's where you have to fix up if you're a high school level athlete, is being much more aware on the bench of what's going on. Because at the end of the day, you're looking for a minute in as well. And if you're not looking for minutes, then you're
Avanian swatted. Bedrosian finishes. Wasn't pretty, but it ended up being 2 points for LA Select and now a 3-point game.
Wow. What a change of pace.
Vernon bringing it up the court. Vernon and Glodjian called for the foul. If he just stayed vertical, he would have gotten probably a charge call.
That would have been a charge if he, with maybe I want to say right when that first step was going to be gathered, if he had just stayed straight up, that would have been going the other way. And that's something that basketball players, and it's not just this generation overall, but many generations, not many basketball players have been able to perfect the charge taken, kind of like the Raja Bells out there and whatnot.
The Shane Battiers.
Actually, who is the best charge taker? I mean, defensively, yeah, Battier and Tony Allen and stuff, but who's the best charge taker? I don't know if there's anyone. Well, Rodman.
I mean, Rodman was just the best guy that could impact the basketball game without touching the basketball besides rebounds.
I'm actually going to look that up. See who's the most charge taker of all time.
BGU up 5 points, under 3 minutes left. The Hagian been quiet the past couple minutes. Inside, in the face of Caden. Kane finishes. Bedrosian steals a pass. Avanian, chance to tie.
Wow.
And we're all even at 67.
Wow.
Forces BGU to call a timeout. 2.5 left to go. Rich, we got a ball game on our hands.
We definitely do.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Two and a half minutes left to go. Tie game at 67. LA Select continuing to show why the Young Guns deserve to be here.
Man, what a game it's been. Less than 2.5 minutes left to go. We're officially in this ball game.
And Richard, looks like Select is really comfortable in this close game situation. Gaspar can't finish. Vernon, top of the key. Splash.
Cool as a cucumber, as you say.
A huge basket to halt this Select run. Glodjian tries the backdoor cut. Avanian spins on Langford. 10 on the shot clock. Bedrosian blocked at the free throw line, and Langford's on the break. Laterals it. Vernon loses it. Bedrosian pulled back.
A lot of contact there, but I think it was just basketball players trying to get the ball.
Avanian saying he got slapped in the face. It looked like Bedrosian was pulled by Langford and Vernon there.
He's going to have to continue on, shake it off, get to the next play.
Minute 35 left in the game. Vernon gets it on the handoff. Weave action that was working so well for BGU in the first half. Vernon inside and just flicks it in.
The rest of the LA Select players got to get out of that backcourt. That's why there's so many defensive players. You got to clear it out.
Nazarian driving. Bedrosian finds Sahagian. Off the rim, Langford gets it. Minute left, and BGU could really ice this game right now, Rich, with the basket. And Langford does just that. 7-point BGU lead now.
If you're a coach, would you have fouled on that play?
I think you got to let it play out.
See, this is what I'm talking about, that backcourt. Got to clear it out. Let the player just get through.
Nazarian gets himself out of a bad spot. Corner, Galajian blocked, but he gets it right back and finishes.
Way to stick with it.
Select down 5. No one on the other side of the press. And Galajian goes and fouls Leon.
He fouled him in a space that you could have easily gone for that steal. Like, he really had him in that pocket, like right at that corner.
And Rich, you keep mentioning Select on this press. They're just getting themselves to such bad spots.
Yeah.
Coming up the sideline. The sideline's an extra defender for the defensive team, or defense.
Well, they're young, and, you know, with that, with more time, more experience comes.
5-point BGU lead, Rich. What's it going to take right now from Select to pull this one out? You know, really down in the depths right now.
Again, stay consistent with what you've been doing, and this means on the defensive end. But mainly, instead of consistent, discipline. You got to stay disciplined. You can't allow a player to get down low. And if you do, you're going to have to foul. But in terms of right off this play, free throws are coming. I believe it's a 1-and-1, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we got to make sure you seal your man, grab that rebound, because Coach Vehans Ivazi is trying to ice the shooter with a purpose. And as you can see, LA Select taking a little bit more time than BGU to get on the court, so they're going to take their sweet time. But you got to make sure you get a quick bucket out of this play.
And, you know, we got to spotlight EJ Vernon right now. Select tied up the game, came back the next possession, knocked down the 3, followed that up with a nice move inside the paint, and he's really helped BGU regain a stranglehold of this game. Yeah. Langford, the leading scorer in this one, 32 points, Rich, on an efficient 15 of 18 shooting.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what LA Select right now needs to make sure that, you know, even with that field goal percentage, right now is what's more important. What's happening after this play and how they're going to react.
Leon good on the first 6-point game now.
Very well done, keeping his composure. Very clutch free throw.
Second one, real friendly roll. Sahagian gets it on the inbound. And Langford steals it. And Rich, the back door has officially been shut. 9-point BGU lead.
And I think this is going to do it. 9 points. And, yeah, if you're LA Select, you got to stay aggressive. Go straight at them. Hope for a foul, because you got to stop this clock.
Galajian blocked again by Langford. Bedrosian off. BGU winds up with the rebound, and that's going to do it. BGU getting their first win here in the AABA High School Division, 78-69.
What a game. I mean, what a game, right? We've been watching BGU, LA Select, and All for One throughout this tournament. They've each had an opportunity to really make their mark, and this game was probably the most intense one we've had yet. BGU clearly brought a couple of new additions that they had to mitigate the offensive repertoire that LA Select has. And we're going to have, in a few moments, the player of the game announced by Zando Armenian.
Here with Riding Tutor player of the game, Doug Langford. Doug, you guys gave up the lead at one point. How were you guys able to stay together and just pull this one out?
It was the defensive keys that mattered. Our coach told us, you know, locking on defense, we need every offensive and defensive rebound and stops. And once we bought in and got to it, the game changed, and we went back up.
Doug, you had 34 points on 16 of 19 shooting. How were you able to do it so efficiently?
I'd say I do it in my high school. I average a double-double every game, sometimes 20 and 15 or 28 and 24, so it's repetition.
Thank you, Doug. That'll do it for the high school division. We'll be right back. The two top teams in Group A going at it.